This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So I know on this channel we are obviously football fans, and quite a few of us are aficionados of football shirts as well. I'm learning the way, but some of you are really into your football shirts. So I saw this book on Amazon. It's called The Football Shirts Book, The Connoisseur's Guide by Neil Hurd, who I believe is a Welshman, and we're going to take a look at it today. I'm assuming he's Welsh because there is Welsh shirts all the way through this book, and I think at one point he says, I'm biased. So I think he's from Wales. So yeah, we're going to take a look at some of the absolute best shirts in history of national teams and clubs, as well as some of the worst, and some of the main categories as well, so ones that have political statements and other things, which is quite cool. I'll take a browse through the book, and if you want me to do a follow-up part 2, then just drop me a comment. So you have different sections. You have the introduction, iconic and collectible, sing when you're winning, ones that sort of boast about being champions or whatever, beauty in the design, so horrible ones, mixing shirts and politics, brand or die, a dresses collection, collectors and top 5 shirts, acknowledgements. Okay, so Neil Hurd's absolute favourites, top 5. The Saint-Étienne 1981 Super Télé is his first. Juve 1983-84 Ariston is second. Wales 1976-79 Admiral. He says this shirt looks even crazier when you look back at it, but sorry, I can't read up black on grey. But for me, its strangeness makes it even better. Superb combination of colourways and logo placements. Long on my list of holy grails before the internet age. And we'll see it in a second because it's all the way through this book. Newport County 79-82 and Tampa Bay Rowdies 1979-81. Oh, that's the Newport County one. Okay, I love this comment. All I want for Christmas is a Dukla Prague away kit. Here is the Dukla Prague away kit. This is what my Christmas has become with my family. They just figured out if they buy me a random football shirt, then I'm a happy boy. Okay, probably one of the most iconic shirts of all time. Brazil 1970-71. The yellow, gold and the green trim. Absolutely iconic. Umbro had most of the national sides in their roster at the 1970 World Cup, but rather fittingly Brazil had local makers, Atleta. Not the number 10 of Pelé, but the 9 of another magician, Tostão. This is actually a 71 match-worn version, which is the same as the 70 World Cup final shirt, but issued with the addition of the 3 stars above the team's badge to represent the 3 World Cups won by the side at that time. We've got the Netherlands. I'm not a massive fan of this design, I will be honest. That's 88-89. And of course the 1966 England away top, very famous for the World Cup final. Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over. It is now. And then we've got Argentina between 86 and 87. This is actually 87 Repro rather than the 86 version. In either guise, this shirt is another entrant with its host of ticks. Iconic shirt, iconic team, iconic player, I'm sure they're talking about Maradona. Iconic moments. Looks damn gorgeous too. It's funny how light the blue is in this one. And following it in on the Argentinian theme, we have the lovely Boca shirt. I have a confession, and this is not going to go down very well, that I prefer Boca as a team, and although I love their shirt, I do really like the iconic River Plate one with the stripe across, but I found an alternative, a nod to the Flamengo classic top, by the way, at the top there. I found an alternative. There's the whale's top. Peru. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. That's Peru in 1982, the year I was born. This is what we call a sash kit. I do really like the whole concept of a sash across the front. The Napoli top. If someone knows, because I did this video on my Russian channel, and one of the Russians were like, why is it written in Cyrillic alphabet PG? I don't know. Does it say anywhere? Why? Is that the make of it? No, it's Mars is the sponsor. Answers on a postcard, please. Why? Buitoni sponsored version. Is that the... I don't know. It doesn't say either. Oh, it's an NR. One of my favourite sites in football jersey, the NR of now defunct Italian brand NR. Okay, that answers it then. It looks like Cyrillic alphabet PG. And then West Germany, look, that kit is gorgeous. That's 1988 to 1991. So the winners of the World Cup in 90 when they won it, they were wearing that. Remember when kits lasted longer than 5 minutes? Ajax, obviously iconic for their Champions League successes. And the very beautiful Italian top. This is from 1982 as well. It's a good year for shirts, obviously. Like that trim is absolutely gorgeous. On the Italian thing, we've got Juventus with the long sleeves. And a Denmark one that I'm not a fan of, but it says genuine trailblazer, this one. Arguably the beginning of modern shirt design. Rather aptly, it was worn by the dashing Danish dynamite side, packed with flair and players like Mølby and the Laudrups. However, it is the striking use of contrasting halves, solid with shadow stripes against pinstripes, which left its mark on history. It was made by Danish brand Hummel. And here we go, is the Welsh kit that we've been talking about. This is between 76 and 79. Bias, I hear you cry. No, this shirt is not included in this chapter just because I'm a proud Welshman and I love this shirt. This shirt is very well respected. See the favourite fives throughout this book, and you just have to look at it to see it warrants inclusion. Coventry City were the first side to utilise this Admiral template design, but the colourway of Wales seemed to suit it to a T. On the match-worn jerseys, this is one, the trad lines were actually laid on top of the fabric rather than being made inside it. The replicas were the same. Specifically for the Welsh jersey, Admiral placed the badge centrally. The Admiral logo moved to the collar, with one added both sides. We have the Barcelona kits between 82 and 92, and Saint Etienne, that gorgeous green, with the French tricolor on the trim. I'm not a fan of long sleeve. And I love the Sampdoria kit, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. 86 to 87 and then 90 to 91, and similar variations since. Both these versions are especially iconic in the UK, as the Fanola sponsored shirt was worn by Souness and Trevor Francis, while ERG was worn by David Platt, Vialli and Mancini in the glory days of Football Italia and James Richardson. I used to watch that with my dad on a Sunday on Channel 4. Go Lazio was the top. And now I'm a Roma fan. So Internazionale, and the opposite AC Milan. This is 92 to 94, the Fiorucci sponsored one. And here is 1982 to 83, Mediolanum, and 1990 to 91 Hitachi. They're both really nice, aren't they? And a cheeky Celtic from 70 and 88. As well as the Netherlands from 74 to 80. A nice black trim on the shoulders. And Anderlecht, that lovely purple colour. I do like purple shirts. We see Fiorentina later on. I still have to get myself a Fiorentina shirt. Okay, we'll skip this section. We'll just jump on a bit. There are lots of Roma throughout. Okay, I think we'll... Oh, yes. Okay, we'll start in this section, I think. These are terrible. Beauty in the design. Okay, I'm not a fan of this Arsenal kit. I know they had really good results when they were playing in it, but oh my god. The USSR had this version similar to the Dutch on the second page. And this was Brighton and Hove Albion between 81 and 91. How awful is that? I am not a fan, sorry. Manchester United, who have had some terrible tops in their day. Liverpool, another Arsenal one. I don't mind that one actually. Scotland, True Colours actually, leisure shirt. It's important because I had to always thought it was an actual Scotland game time shirt. It stays in. Oh, it wasn't a game time shirt. It's a sort of training top, as what we would call it nowadays. Northern Ireland have got one there. And Ajax. God, that doesn't look like an Ajax top, does it? It looks like more like Hajduk Split or something. The USA. Awful. Another awful Manchester United one. And Huddersfield Town. Their away kit, obviously, not their home kit, which would be blue. Blue and white. And then we have the USA 1994 shirt. Way nicer than that. That's terrible. This is nice. Trust our American cousins. You've got to give it to them. They always have their own take on things. They had long since been dabbling with soccer, and for my mind the shirts in the NASL era, 68-84, were superb. But when the World Cup landed on their shores, they weren't going to let the chance to make a statement pass them by. And this included the shirts. Goatee wearing, guitar playing Alexi Lalas, I remember him, is forever associated with this excellent piece of shirt design from Adidas. This away, or as they would call it, road jersey version was the one that really left a mark. It utilised the stars of the national flag in a fluttering graphic way on faux denim. Brilliant idea. Faux denim, no way, it must have been boiling hot. The very beautiful Germany 1994 to 1995 kit. And then my favourite of all time, Mexico 96 to 98. They wore this at the World Cup in France in 98. I've talked about it a couple of times on this channel. And that is the Aztec symbol in the middle. I think this is absolutely stunning. I actually saw the Mexicans play wearing this shirt at the 1988 World Cup. In what? No, 88. No, that's not right. 98 World Cup in France, but don't remember it being struck by the design. But for some reason, this is shirt sublimation. The patterns, designs, the fabric of the shirt gone mad. Again, I must admit, this style of 90s excess shirt has grown on me, including this one. I remember the goalkeeper Campos in this crazy shirt, shy and retiring. It ain't. I think that's why I love it. And on the Mexico theme, we've got Club America between 94 and 96. A very nice shirt indeed. France 84 to 86 shirt here. That's a very nice design. Don't like the long sleeves, but I love the tricolor on the side. And oh my god, look at this France. It looks more like the Breton flag. There aren't too many post-2000 shirts in this book, mainly because they haven't had time to garner iconic status. Anyway, this offering just had to go in. J.P. Gaultier, Jean-Paul Gaultier, would not have been more proud of this shirt. Yes, it is very Jean-Paul Gaultier. Finished in classic Breton shirt hoops. It's a total winner for me. I like it. And then Saint Etienne. This Super Télé. This was what, number 1 for that top 5s at the beginning of the book. Aberdeen we've made it in. And Spurs between 85 and 87. That's the Aberdeen between 84 and 86. Ipswich Town, wow, that looked like the France top. Chelsea, another Wales one, very nice, between 84 and 87. And Inter Milan between 65 and 66, quite an old one. Another France one, this time from 80 to 82, with the polo shirt collar and the long sleeves. Must have been boiling. I do like a Gremio shirt, I'll be honest. This is between 83 and 85, but it hasn't changed much. And this Man City one, I'm not a fan personally, but yeah. At least it's very much a shirt for the connoisseur. From back in the good old days when the main road was still rocking and the club wasn't the new millionaire of today, it's known as the Paul Lake shirt to City fans. This shirt is an underrated classic, purely gorgeous in my opinion. One of the only football shirts seen worn at the Hacienda Club. Say no more, some compliment. And we've got Paris Saint-Germain, Cardiff City, between 78 and 80. I do like the stripe. I don't think there's a Swansea shirt in here at all. Barcelona with a stripe as well, and Crystal Palace in 1972. Before Olympique de Marseille, between 1990 and 1991. The nice stripes there, look. There is something eternally romantic about OM, the biggest and best supported club in France. Though the club won the league wearing this shirt, and it holds many memories of Waddle, Papin, et al., beavering away under floodlights, the shirt comes into this section because it's just purely gorgeous. I agree. And then we have an AS Roma top, 1985, and then 92 to 94. I like that one with the stripes at the top. I have to own up and confess that the Giallorossi are my Italian side. Yeah, me too. And then there's a really nice Arsenal one. I can see Thierry Henry wearing this now, between 2005 and 2006. Another USSR one from 1970, and then Bastia makes it in between 89 and 91. From the fiercely proud island of Corsica, their independent nature is reflected in the shirt designs. And then Lazio. I remember this top, yeah, it is a very nice top. The eagle in the middle there. It's between 82 and 83. And even the numbers are very cool on the back, aren't they? And then we've got Hull City when they had the tiger stripes. That's interesting. I do like that, actually. I really like that. That's a 94, that's a 92 to 93. And then Tampico Madero, 80 to 81. From the Gulf of Mexico, had the crab in the middle. These are animal designs, I guess. Kerala Blasters got the elephant, 2015. And Pumas de la UNAM, where one of my favourite players of all time, Aaron Ramsey, is going to be playing next year, so I'm going to be watching a lot of their matches on highlights. Pumas de la UNAM from Mexico City, in 1978 with a Puma in the middle. And we'll leave it there for the moment. We'll do top 5s in maybe the next video if you'd like to see it. And if you do, then let me know by leaving a comment. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Press like if you have. I'll leave another suitable video here for you to click on if you're not asleep yet. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out the next version of this series, the next edition of this series. And yeah, thanks. I will be doing lots more shirts soon, both my own, and I've got some plans to check out some shirts from like the next Premier League, etc, etc. So I'll get back into doing those. I haven't done them for a while, sorry. Okay, take care everyone. Thanks so much for all your support recently. Don't forget I have a Patreon if you want to support the channel directly. But otherwise, thank you so much for all your amazing comments. I'm really loving all of the positivity at the moment. Thanks, and see you again very soon. Take care.